Imagine stepping into the octagon, the crowd roaring, lights flashing, your opponent staring you down. Your heart is pounding, adrenaline pumping. This is the moment every fighter dreams of. But what separates the best from the rest? How do UFC champions rise above everyone else and dominate the sport? Spoiler alert, it's not just about throwing punches harder or training longer. There's a whole mindset, strategy, and way of life behind becoming the best. Most people think UFC champions are just naturally gifted, like they were born with insane strength, knockout power, or some superhuman ability. But here's the truth. Most of them started just like everyone else. No one is born a champion. They become one. And the way they do it, that's where the real secrets lie. One of the biggest things that separates champions from the rest is mental toughness. It's not just about being physically strong. A fight isn't just won in the octagon, it's won in the mind first. When you're exhausted, when your body is screaming for you to stop, when you've been knocked down but still need to get back up, that's when champions are made. They don't just train their bodies, they train their minds to push through anything. Then there's discipline. Everyone loves fight night, the energy, the hype, the big moments. But what people don't see is the years of grinding behind the scenes. The strict diets, the brutal training camps, the sacrifices. While others are out partying, sleeping in, or skipping workouts, champions are up at 5 a.m. running, lifting, sparring, pushing their limits. Talent might get you noticed, but discipline is what takes you to the top. Another secret? They never stop learning. Even the greatest fighters in UFC history constantly evolve. They don't just rely on one skill or one strength. Look at the best: GSP, Khabib, John Jones, Anderson Silva. They all mastered multiple styles, adapted their game, and stayed ahead of the competition. A one-trick fighter might win a few matches, but a champion? They're always leveling up. Now let's take a moment here. I just want to say huge respect to you for reading this. Seriously. Most people just watch UFC and admire the fighters, but you actually care about what makes them great. You're here, trying to understand the mindset of champions, and that already puts you in a different league. Whether you're a fighter yourself, a fan, or just someone looking for motivation, the fact that you're curious about what it takes to be the best says a lot about you. So, props to you. Back to the grind. Another key to success in the UFC? They embrace failure. Sounds weird, right? But the best fighters in the world have lost. They've been knocked out, submitted, dominated. What makes them different is how they react. They don't let failure break them, they use it to get better. They watch their losses, study their mistakes, fix their weaknesses, and come back stronger. That's what makes a true champion. And let's not forget heart. You can have all the skills, all the training, all the discipline in the world, but if you don't have heart, you won't make it to the top. Fighting isn't just about technique. It's about willpower. It's about that deep, unbreakable fire inside that refuses to quit, no matter what. That's why some fighters, even when they're bleeding, exhausted, and barely standing, still find a way to win. Because they want it more than anything. So what's the takeaway from all this? Becoming a UFC champion, or the best at anything really, isn't about luck or talent alone. It's about mindset, discipline, resilience, and the willingness to outwork everyone else. The real question is, are you willing to do what it takes? Because at the end of the day, the only thing standing between you and greatness is how bad you want it.